Hi guys, this is LG Shaft. With me today is my good friend.
LGUnTold.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty fantastic.
That's awesome. So, what are we doing tonight, man? Like, what is this? Why are we casting?
Well, we're casting a series of 15 replays, just going through. You had picked a bunch of replays that you wanted to go through and look at, and I'm here to hold your hand and look into the sky with you as we watch them.
Okay, well, let's commence the hand holding, buddy.
Alrighty.
3, 2, 1, go. And I'm showing everybody how long this replay is. Let's not do that. Here on the... Wait, what map is this?
This is Terminus.
Okay, yeah, I played last
Silly
map.
goose.
In any case, on the top left-hand side of Terminus Re, we have the Purple Terran player. He is ESCGoody. He's known for a very macro-centric style, and, well, he's one of the better players.
Looking like Hurley from Lost.
Yeah, he does look like that guy from Lost, doesn't he? Here on the top side of Terminus Re, we have the Red Zerg player. He is Snute. He's a very aggressive player. We saw that last game coming from against Goody. Hold on one second. Yeah. Oh. Sorry about that. In any case, Goody is... Snute was playing against Goody and did a really aggressive rotating attack followed by Ling reinforcements, which killed off most of Goody's economy.
What a snooty build.
How long were you waiting to say that?
Ever since I heard the knock on your door.
Ah, okay, well you definitely could have saved me from that. Apparently my dog did something he shouldn't have.
Ooh, I really like this play from Goody. I think he's actually going to go for a Reaper fast expand.
Okay.
And he's just going to try to abuse it. Yep, and there you see him starting to Reaper, and he's starting to, he's just going to abuse his micro and be really annoying with these Reapers while he gets his expo up as soon as possible.
Oh, wow. This SCV is getting hunted down by these drones. Not really sure. Come here, Sinbad. My dog is whimpering. I wonder what he did. In any case, Bunker is going down again. Man, this SCV is very determined. This Reaper Bunker thing went out of style several patches ago. What do you think of this?
Oh, I think it's a really smart build. I really like that Goody is trying to abuse bunkers, because if you think about it, at the very most, you're going to lose 25 minerals if you get that bunker up and do a ton of damage with it. It's completely worth it, and I think that a lot more Terrans should actually start doing it, because you're guaranteed to get an economic advantage, especially if you can get a Reaper in that bunker. Because as a Zerg player myself, it's very, very, very hard to deal with. You have to have very good positioned spine crawlers. You have to have queens ready. There's just no way around it. And I mean, you see this Reaper, he already has 6 kills. This Reaper has already paid for 2 of himself.
Wow.
And the bunker goes up, so this is going to be really brutal for Snute to deal with.
That Reaper had 6 HP. Bunker goes up. It jumps into it, still alive. Right now, the Zerg is 3 drones ahead, but earlier I was pointing out they were even on supply, plus mules for Goody. Goody is worlds and worlds ahead right now. I mean, he dropped 1 mule and the game's even.
Absolutely, yeah, and I mean, he has a really strong forefront right now. The Zerg's natural, and the Zerg is just trying to figure out, how do I deal with this? And the only real reaction that he can do once this bunker is up is to get a Roachborn, which you see him throwing down. Now, something really interesting to note, though, is Goody is actually double expanding behind this.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep a really strong aggressive front, and he's trying to get a really strong economic advantage, and I really like this play from him.
Absolutely, dude. It was awesome, because just as you said that, I zoomed in and really epically turned the camera on that, so that was awesome. Here we go. Roachborn finishes now. A 2nd extractor has been dropped. Not a 3rd extractor, so this is not gonna be quite as all-in as his last attack. Not saying that his last attack was all-in by any means, but it's not gonna be as committed. This bunker with 2 Reapers is still just sitting here at the front of Snute. Snute is just gonna have to be aware of that at all times. The roaches are available now. There's no SCV to repair, so the Reapers are going to run away. Bunker is salvaged, so Wow, that could not have gone better for Goody.
Yeah, that was a really very, very, very well played from Goody. You know, he saves both of his Reapers. He saves the SCV. Sure, Snute has 4 roaches pushing right now, but by the time they get there, Goody will actually have a tank out, and Goody will be completely fine. And he has such a heavy economic lead right now that there's really nothing that Snute can do about it. Snute really needs to do some damage right now, or he needs to take a really big economic risk.
Well, he's got 4 roaches pushing out, but there's a siege tank. Siege mode's not finished yet. Against roaches, that's not necessary. And with that supply depot wall, ooh, not good. Roach does die, so this has costed Snute at least 1 roach. Yet Goody still hasn't got an expansion. So right now, I mean, he is getting 1, but it's 8 minutes into the game. So Snute's definitely ahead here.
I can definitely see the roaches saying, I don't have to be faster, or I don't remember the saying actually. I'm having a major fail right now.
Oh.
I just have to outrun you. What's the saying that I'm looking for, man? Save me.
You don't have to be faster than the bear. You just have to be faster than your friend.
Oh, there you go, man. What an epic. Oh, I'm just so disgusted with myself after that.
I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you. We actually have a really odd third being taken by Snute. It is not what you would expect. Usually this destructible debris is your third. He is knocking it down, so maybe he's planning a quick 4th. But at the moment, we do have this third. I love the positioning on it, though, because against Terran, the real big issue is tanks and getting enough surface area on the Terran army. Well, this is a really wide open corridor.
Yep, the only disadvantages of this base that I would say is it's very vulnerable to drops, but you do see Snute have all of his overlords perfectly positioned, so he will be able to spot any single drop that comes near his way.
Yeah, actually, let's look at his vision right now. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, Snute is doing a really good job. The only thing that I think that he could do is he could grab that bottom center watchtower just for a little bit more vision. You know, neither player has contested that at all this game.
Okay.
I think that's a very important spot to hold, especially with the Terran third positioning.
Definitely. And big maps like this, you're really prone to being dropped. I'm surprised Snute hasn't laid down a lot more static defense right now. We have Roach upgrades and Ling attack upgrades coming, as well as a Spire finishing now. This is an odd choice. Usually you see either Roach upgrades and Carapace or Ling upgrades and Carapace. In this case, no Carapace at all.
I think what he's doing is he's actually really metagaming Goody. Goody is a player that's really known for his mech style of play. He loves mech. He does it almost every game that I've ever seen him play against Zerd. So, and I mean, he doesn't even know that this Terran has this many factories. But he did see the double armory go down, actually, so he does know this is mech, and that's why he's actually preparing with a bunch of Roach upgrades.
Yeah, and he's also got the Mutalisks coming out. The Thor has finished, however. Another Thor is being rallied out, so this quick switch into Mutas is not going to be effective. The idea is if your opponent doesn't skip tanks and get Thors, your Mutalisks are going to kill him, or lock his bases down for so long that he can get a really good economy and do whatever he wants. But if you do skip tanks, you're going to be vulnerable to Roaches. That's why he's getting a Roach attack upgrade right now. He's definitely going to be aggressive here in the next 6 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what's going through Snute's mind right now is he's saying, okay, he's playing mech. I need to try to drag his army every single which way so that I can poke him with my roaches and ultimately kill his main army. The only problem with this is that Mutas and Thors don't really mix well together. So what I think Snute needs to do here is he needs to keep going with his roach upgrades, keep going with his roach production, but tech really fast up to Hive and get Broodlords out as soon as possible and just get that mass air Zerd late game comp against mech that just is pretty much guaranteed to win every single time.
You seem a lot more confident in this mech than I. That's all I'm going to say on that note.
Yeah, I've had my late nights of crying in a ball due to mech.
Okay.
This is actually the way that the pro player from Infinity 7 J Echo taught me to play against mech. So.
Okay, and could you give us that again then?
Yeah, sure. If you see the Terran is going early Mech, it's pretty easy to scout. If you scout around 7 or 8 minutes, you can tell by gases, you can tell by factories, you can tell what the Terran's producing. All you do is you go really heavy roach upgrades, and you just poke around constantly. You have to be really active with your roaches, though. You have to pop either at the main, the natural, do dual pronged attacks, and all the meantime.
Does it matter how cost effective you're being?
No, all you're trying to do is you're trying to poke and keep the Terran busy. You don't really want to engage. You just want to poke off small forces if you can, because basically all you're trying to do is delay so you can get your Broodlord army out. Because if you think about it, if the Terran's maxed on Mech, he can't make Vikings. There's nothing he can do about this. So he's going to be really far behind on the tech. He's going to be really far behind on the air upgrades, and you're going to just have the advantage and be able to eventually outlive him.
Okay then, so Roach Broodlord.
Roach Broodlord, it's the way to go.
Okay. Is it Roach Corruptor Broodlord or just Roach Broodlord?
Oh, absolutely. Well, I usually have at least 3 or 4 Corruptors in my army until they start making Vikings. Then you're obviously going to want a massive number of Corruptors.
Okay, awesome. We do have a engagement. He's trading off most of his Mulists here. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but we don't have any in production and haven't for a while. The Mech army is setting up here. The spine crawlers are being obliterated one by one. Roaches are being sent in small numbers, but the majority of the forces are hanging back. 14 roaches, 44 wings, 6 infestors, and 4 mutalisks. 102 drones. He might have got caught just a little bit with his pants down.
This is something that happens to a lot of Zerg players, and I'm glad that this is actually happening in this game. And the major problem with this is, since the Zerg does have this Roachling Infestor combination, this is exactly what this Mech army is built to destroy. He has 2-2 upgrades. If you look at the Roach upgrades even, he's 2-0, so he's just all automatically behind. And this is why Broodlords are so good, because they get this massive siege tank number, and you can just take them down and fungal growth them and use your roaches kind of as the buffer, the damage. But now you see Snute, he's really just scrambling. He's trying to think, oh man, what the hell can I do? And the truth is there's nothing. He's just going to lose because he does not have the right unit composition at all.
So his tendency towards really low tech units is biting him in the ass here.
Exactly.
Okay, fair enough, man.
I really like that Goody is this famous Mech style play, and even when people do know about it, he's able to outplay them and just make it work. I really like the fact that he always has a Raven in his army as well.
But
Ravens are really
so much that Goody is doing something really awesome, or that Snute was just unprepared, man? Like I said, he had 102 drones. That's 98 army supply against a maxed out Mech army.
No, Snute definitely made a lot of economical errors this game. He obviously did have too many drones. He knew it was coming. He just did not know how to prepare for it, unfortunately. If Snute would have taken the Broodlord route, or would have teched up high enough, or would have pushed early enough with his roaches, he could have done a lot more damage and ultimately probably won this game. I just think that Goody is a really good fundamental player, and he's just showing that he's really good at macroing. He's constantly producing. He's constantly just playing this Mech style really well, and you can tell that he feels really comfortable with it.
This is all true, but I just want to point out something. 97 harvesters for the Zerg, 60 harvesters for the Terran, and the game ends in the Terran favor. Thought this was an economy game.
Yeah, well, the thing you also have to realize, though, is that when he has this many drones, the goal in late game, if you have too many drones, is to turn them into spine crawlers. You need that static defense, especially against the Mech army, because if the Mech army gets positioned and they're not being attacked by anything such as spine crawlers, they're just going to have free reign and they're going to be able to do whatever they want. Goody outplayed him on multiple levels. He outplayed him on the upgrade level, he outplayed him on a macro level, and he outplayed him on an economical build level. You see Goody still constantly expanding, still playing that heavy macro style of Terran, which is just fascinating to watch, in my opinion.
I agree, buddy, I agree, and I want to hop into the next match. So let's go ahead and do that, guys. Hit F5 on your keyboards because we're launching right into that.